Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we will start chapter number 8, Recruitment, Selection and Training of Employees. It is from Business Studies, IGCSE and O Levels. Be with me till the last of the video because this is the complete chapter explanation. So let's start. First of all, in this chapter we want to know that the work of the human resource department is what? Like how they work, what are their roles, what are their responsibilities and how it works. So recruitment and employee selection are the most familiar roles of the human resource department, but there are several others such as training, meeting legal requirements regarding employment and being responsible for redundancy and dismissal. What is recruitment? Recruitment is the process from identifying that the business need to employ someone up to the point at which applications have arrived at the business, like hiring. We have normally heard about hiring. Then employee selection. Employee selection is the process of evaluating candidates for a specific job and selecting an individual for employment based on the needs of the organization. Then this picture clearly defines everything. The whole chapter basically lies in this particular diagram because this is related to recruitment and selection process. First of all, in the organization, vacancy arises. Then they make the job analysis. Then they give the job description. Then they give the job specification. Then they advertise the job. Then they give application form or they take the CVs and shortlist the people. Then they make the interviews and select the candidates, and we can say that vacancy is filled now. Now, how this process goes on, little bit explanation of the process, proper explanation of the process. First of all, analyze the exact nature of the job and duties to be undertaken. Then the requirement of the job need to be decided. Will the job be different to the old one? If the job is new one, what will be the person be required to do? Can other people do some of these duties? So this is firstly you will define in the job. You will analyze that. Then you will design a job description. What is needed? Like if the same task is needed or if the new task is needed, according to that you will make a job description. Once the exact duty have been decided, they will be put together to form a job description. This document outlines the duties that the job involves and states to whom the person will be responsible. For example, who will be their boss. So this is a proper job description. Third, design a job specification. You will design a job specification. It outlines the detail, the type of person who is required to do the job. It includes the qualification, experience and personal qualities of the person that are essential and those are desirable. Like job specification will make specific. Like if you need a teacher, you will define his qualification as should be this one, number of years experience years this one, personal qualities he should possess these qualities and all that. So you want a desirable person, whatever is demanded by the organization. Fourth point, we will advertise the vacancy. Now we have done everything. We have done job description, job specification. Now we will advertise our vacancy. First of all, we will see where to advertise. Okay, where to advertise has to be decided. If the job is a senior one which requires many qualifications, then the advert will need to be seen by people who live in the different parts of the country or even in other countries. Online recruitment advertisement may be used or recruitment agencies or national newspaper or specialist magazines for the industry could be chosen. If the job is basic one which does not require many qualification or skills, then advertisement could be placed on a local newspaper because many local people could have the necessary qualification or skills to do the job. So advertisement depends on the nature of the job. If the job is skilled one, like very highly qualified or highly qualified experienced person you are requiring, then you will advertise it on the magazines and national or international media. But if the job doesn't require that much skill, like everyone can have the ability to do that task, then you will use the local newspaper. After the advertisement, you will send out the application form to the applicants or read curriculum vitae's resume and letter of application. People will apply for the job. Now they got the advertisement, they will apply for the job by sending a letter of application and a CV, resume, or they will request an application form from the business, fill it and send it back. So anyone application form you can take and fill it and then give to the organization. Maybe online form is there, maybe they are requiring CV. Anything, whatever is written in the job description, you have to do that accordingly. At sixth point, now they have received your CV. After that, they will shortlist the best candidate. Those who properly fill that, those who are properly according to the job. People produce a shortlist from the replies of those to interview and take up references. From the applicants for the job, a shortlist will be produced of those best matching the employer's requirements. References might be requested for those people to be interviewed. If any applicant is to be offered the job subject suitable references, these will sort at stage 8. Seventh stage is interviews and selection task. Now you have shortlisted the candidate. The shortlisted candidates will receive the email or the phone call that you are being invited for the interviews. At the time of interview, when interview will be held, these can also include other selection tasks. Like when they will call for the interview, they might take your written test, they might take your practical test, they might ask you to deliver a presentation on a predetermined topic like a demonstration on any topic. After that, suitable applicant and offer them a job. Select the suitable candidate and offer them the job. Reply to unsuccessful applicants. This is the 8th process the organization will do. Like the most suitable person for the job is chosen. A letter is sent formally offering them the job. Like we have selected you. This is the offer letter. Letters are sent to unsuccessful applicants telling them that they have not got the job, but thanking them for their interest in the business. So they will also thank to the people who are unsuccessful in the interview and they didn't get the job. This is the professional way of the organization. So these are all the 8 points of recruitment and selection process. Okay, I will repeat one by one. Analyze the exact nature of job, design a job description, design a job specification, advertise the vacancy, send out the application forms, then shortlist the candidate, then hold the interviews for them, and then select the suitable candidate. Okay, I think it's very clear to you now. Next is difference between internal and external recruitment. Shortly, I will tell you internal recruitment is within the organization, external recruitment is from outside the organization. Here we will see internal recruitment is a vacancy filled by someone who is an existing employee of the business. Advantages of internal recruitment is it is quicker and cheaper than external recruitment, which may involve expensive advertising. Second advantage is the person is already known to the business and their reliability, ability and potential are known to the organization. Disadvantages are there may be rivalry among existing employees and jealousy towards the worker who gains promotion. Exactly. The quality of the internal candidates might be low. So these could be the 2 different disadvantages. So I hope it's very clear. External recruitment is when a vacancy is filled by someone who is not existing employee and will be new to the organization. Some businesses use mainly external recruitment. This involves advertising the vacancy beyond business itself. When a business plans to recruit externally, it will need to advertise the vacancy. Advertising job vacancy can be done in several ways. You will recruit through local newspapers, through national newspapers. You will advertise it in the specialist magazine. You will advertise it in the online recruitment site such as LinkedIn. You will advertise it in the recruitment agencies. You will advertise it for the centers run by the government like job centers. So these are all the recruitment sources where you will advertise your particular job for the external recruitment. Clear? Now we will see part-time and full-time employees. Part-time employment or employees often considered to be between 1 and 30 to 35 hours a week. Okay, the benefits to a business of employing part-time employees are like part-time employees are basically they are considered 30 to 35 hours a week. and they are like, the benefits are they are more flexible in the hours of work. Okay, whenever you demand them, they will come. Easier to ask employees just to work at busy times. Okay, these are the two main benefits. Limitations like disadvantages are less likely to seek training because the employees may see the job as temporary. They will not be so much trained. They are not interested in taking the trainings as well. They takes longer to recruit two part-time workers than one full-time employee. Okay, so this is the biggest disadvantage, that it will take a lot of time to recruit two part-time employees than a one full-time employee. Part-time employees are sometimes like very difficult to find. Now full-time employees will usually work 35 hours or more a week. The advantages and disadvantages of full-time employees are the opposite to the part-time employees. That is, the advantages of part-time employees are disadvantages of full-time employees. You can see in this diagram and arrange according to that. Now the importance of training and methods of training. Any employee who is like employee of the organization, he is working in the organization since 2-3 years, but every year there must be a short workshops or training sessions for them so that their skills are more enhanced. There should be a clear objective for training employees. Training is important to business as it may be used to introduce a new process of or new equipment, improve the efficiency of the workforce, provide training for unskilled workers to make them more valuable to the company, decrease the supervision needed, improve the opportunity for internal promotion, and decrease the chances of accident. That is why the training is very important. This is the importance of training. Now, the methods of training. Training, three methods are there. First is induction training, on-the-job training, off-the-job training. In induction training, it is an introduction given to a new employee, explaining the business activities, customs, and procedures, and introducing them to their fellow workers. On-the-job training occurs by watching a more experienced worker doing the job, and off-the-job training involves being trained away from the workplace, usually by specialist trainers. These are the different methods of training. This is very important with reference to the paper. Now, why reducing the size of the workforce might be necessary? Many organizations, like in COVID-19, many organizations, they downsized. They have reduced their workforce. But what is the reason behind that? We will see. Workforce planning is where a business decides on the type and number of employees needed in the future. The number required will depend upon the business sales forecast. If the sales are increasing, you need more employees. If the sales are decreasing, you will make your employees redundant or dismissal. Its future plans such as expansion or automation and its objective. The number of required will depend on business sales forecast, its future plans such as expansion or automation, and its objectives. For example, introducing a new type of product. Often businesses will require additional employees when they are expanding, but sometimes they will need to downsize the workforce, reduce the number of employees. This can be because of what are the causes of reducing the employees. We will see that, but normally they are expanding and they need more employees. This can be because of introducing of automation, like machinery is there. Whenever in the organization, nowadays technology is very fast. Machinery is doing everything, so the labor is reducing. One cause can be this one. Second, falling demand for their goods and services. If the product is no more needed in the market or less demand is there, then also they will make downsizing. Factory, shop, office closure. If you are closing your business, then again you will downsize your business. Relocate their factory abroad. If you are moving from one country to another country, then also this can happen. A business has merged or been taken over and some jobs have become surplus to requirements in the newly combined business. For example, you have made merger. We studied before that when two businesses join together. For example, business A joined together with business B. Business A and business B both have 25 employees, but business C require only 25 employees. So of course, they will take some from here, some from there, like from A and B, and some of the employees will become redundant. So these are the main causes of downsizing in the organization. Now, if a business needs to reduce the number of employees, can be done in one or two ways. There are one or two ways. Two ways are basically dismissal and redundancy. Dismissal is when employee is ended against the will of the employee, usually for not working in accordance with the employment contract. So dismissal is when the employee is not following the contract, he will be kicked out of the organization. This is dismissal. Redundancy is when employee is no longer needed. He has potential, he is skilled, he is very good, but I don't need him. This is redundancy. And so loses their job. It is not due to any aspect of their work being unsatisfactory. So their work is very good. They are very good people, but still the organization doesn't want them. Legal controls over employment issues. This is very important topic. In many countries, government have passed laws that affect the relationship between employers and employees. The most important employment issue affected by legal control are employment contracts, unfair dismissal, discrimination, health and safety, legal minimum wage. Shortly, I will explain it to you. The contract of employment. Contract of employment is a written document in which basically all the details are written and you agree to your duties and rights, okay, with the organization. Employer, what you have to do, what employer have to do. Both you will sign the contract and you will follow all those procedures. Unfair dismissal. Unfair dismissal is when you haven't done anything and the organization is putting any blame on you and they will fire you. So in this case, in many countries, you can file a case against that particular employer. This is unfair dismissal. Health and safety at work. In many countries, there are now laws which make sure that employers protect workers from dangerous machinery. They provide safety. They maintain reasonable workplace temperature. They provide hygiene conditions and washing facilities. They do not insist on excessively long shifts and provide breaks in the work timetable. So these are all the safety measures like the organization or the business should take related to the employees. This is your legal control over the organization. Legal minimum wage. Workers have the right to be paid for work they do for employers. There should be a written agreement between worker and the employer, like contract of employment, which will contain detail not only of the hours of work and nature of the job, but also the wage rate to be paid, how frequently wages will be paid, and what deductions will be made from the wages, for example, income tax and all that. So everything should be clear in that particular legal minimum wage. So these are all the legal controls over business. Thanks for watching. If you have any question, you can comment on the video. We will reply you that with the video. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe my channel and share it with your class fellows and IGCSE students, because this is a one-shot explanation for the chapter. And still, if you have any question, you can comment. We will reply to that. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.